The opinions expressed in the following program are not necessarily those of Eastlink Community TV, its sponsors, or partners.
Hello, my name's Alfie Smith. I'm a singer-songwriter from Hamilton, Ontario.
Oh, Alfie. Oh, it's a pleasure to see you, man.
Nice to see you too.
It's always so nice to hear you play. It's nice to have you here at Windecker Road.
Oh, I'm glad to be here.
Yeah, so coming from Hamilton, Ontario, you've been playing music for how long?
I started playing mandolin when I was about 6, and then I quit because I'm a quitter. And then about 11 years old, I started learning guitar with my uncle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So musical family?
Yeah, for the most part.
Wow. And I know I've seen you play a plethora of times. Always great to watch.
Oh, thanks so much.
But I never really know which is going to be the original and which is,
Yeah.
you know, standard old blues.
Yeah.
So the first song you're going to play for us, what's that called?
It's called Sometimes the Rain.
Sometimes the Rain. And can you tell me a little bit about it? What inspired it?
It was a little about, well, it's completely about a house that I used to have. First, there was a water main break, which was equal to like 17 seconds in Niagara Falls coming through our house, and it was 1 foot short of the main floor. So, so that happened, and then I was away playing a festival, and then a fire happened while I was away at the festival.
Couldn't be the fire first and then the...
Or both.
Right? Wouldn't it be?
If they happened at the same time, we would cancel each other out.
That's
It'd been
what
all right.
yeah.
But unfortunately, there was 5 years separation between the two.
Well, that's very unfortunate. Sorry.
So it was a bit about how unfortunate things can be.
Fact.
Yeah.
Well, give it to me. Let's
All
hear
right.
it.
Sometimes the rain doesn't fall on us equally. Sometimes the blame doesn't all get spread around. Within this flame, you'll think you'll find your destiny. Within your life, sanity's never been kind. And you go back again like an old faithful friend. Baby, you'll get the scraps from the master's plate. I'm so tired of this life, it's dying in degrees. Tell me which man I should be. Sometimes the rain doesn't fall on us equally. Sometimes the blame doesn't all get spread around. Within this flame, you'll think you'll find your destiny. Within your life, sanity's never been kind. Down in the harbor, your ship has come in. Down in the docks, they unload all your sin. So you put it in hard, 'cause it's all you've got left to trade. Everybody knows all the mistakes you have made. Sometimes the rain doesn't fall on us equally. Sometimes the blame doesn't all get spread around. Within this flame, you'll think you'll find your destiny. Within your life, sanity's never been kind. Top of the hill, world looks so much smaller. Down in the valley, there's no middle ground. Everyone's looking for something so spectacular. This life's a ride, it only goes down. Sometimes the rain doesn't fall on us equally. Sometimes the blame doesn't all get spread around. Within this flame, you'll think you'll find your destiny. Within your line, sanity's never been kind. Within your line, sanity's never been kind.
Well, that was incredible.
Thanks so much.
What a story.
Yeah.
Wow. And it does not ever fall on us equally, does it? That
No.
rain. Holy moly. I don't think I've ever heard you sing like that before.
Oh, thanks.
Like usually it's just Alfie Smith, Mr. Blues Man. It must feel good to have that release, get that out.
Yeah, for the most part, yeah.
For the is it kind of bittersweet, I suppose, right? Like I'm
Yeah.
like holding back. Tissue, please. So Alfie, having played for so many years, I assume you've acquired a plethora of instruments. Like, do you have any go-tos, any favorites?
This is probably one of my favorites. This is a Martin CEO7, and it's technically owned by my son, who's 7 years old. And
Lucky boy.
yeah. Well, I got it the week he was born, and I figured the only way I could sneak a new guitar in the house is if I did something sweet, like put the warranty in his name.
Smart
So, yeah.
man, smart
Yeah.
man. Does that have anything to do with the next song? Like, does it inspire you to write? Does it?
I find instruments are very inspiring. Like, it's also like when I write, it's more about coming up with a neat riff or something, and that comes from having an instrument in your hands. And when you have a new instrument, you spend more time with it and getting to know it. So, and there's like a bit of a lot of people think that there's songs already in the instruments, and you kind of take them out.
That's
Yeah.
there's a song right there in that.
Yeah.
That alone. So that being said, do you find that you typically write the riff first, like you find the music and then the lyrics come later? Or
For the most part.
Yeah.
There's always exceptions to the rule, but
Yeah.
almost all the time when I first started writing, I would just spend time playing guitar on the couch or something like that while watching TV, and I'll just noodle around, and if something interesting happens with a guitar, then I'll turn off the TV and record to my phone, or depending on what decade it was, a computer or whatnot.
that old flip phone.
Yeah. It's actually funny, I just got a flip phone again.
That was my favorite phone, I tell you
Yeah.
what. So this next song, tell me about it.
So this song is All the Blues I Need, and it came out of an argument I was having with my wife.
About getting new guitars.
No, it was about something else. But so she came up, we're both blues musicians, and she came up with the line, "You're all the blues I need," and I thought that was a very good insult. So I said, I'm going to steal it, make a song about it, and I'll give you writing credit. That's revenge.
Oh,
So yeah.
isn't that something? An argument gets you.
Yeah. You stay out late, drinking every night, different girl in every town, waking up with a stranger in the middle of the night, wondering when that hammer will come down. Now it's all behind me, for I have seen the light. Married a beautiful Italian woman, man, she gives me such a fright. For if I step a line, I know that I'll be dead. Pushing up daisies in a flower bed, I give you all I have, that and more. For you are the one I was born to adore. I can say this truthfully, baby, all the blues I need. Baby, all the blues I need. On that we can agree. Baby, all the blues I need. Your love set me free. You stay out late, drinking every night, different girl in every town, waking up with a stranger in the middle of the night, wondering when that hammer will come down. Now it's all behind me, for I have seen the light. Married a beautiful Italian woman, man, she gives me such a fright. For if I step in line, I know that I'll be dead. Pushing up daisies in a flower bed, I give you all I have, that and more. For you are the one I was born to adore. I can say this truthfully, baby, all the blues I need. I can say this truthfully, baby, all the blues I need.
Well, I would say that something fantastic came out of an argument.
Yeah.
Wow, yeah, I wouldn't mess with her either.
No, she's scary.
No, it sounds like it. Wow. You're all the blues I need. That was great. That was
Thanks
fun.
so much.
Yeah, I really enjoy the way that you string your lyrics together. It's quite a story.
Yeah.
You know, and it's not repetitive, and it's
Yeah.
you know, you're not all the rhymies.
Yeah.
You know, it's fun.
No, I think
You're really fun.
a good song should be as much a conversation or a storytelling than just...
Yeah, it's very engaging. So traditionally playing those classic blues riffs like that,
Yeah.
Do you find it's hard not to fall into like the blues lyric, like the standard way of writing?
Well, I've always, like, the people that I...
Because that was fun.
Thanks. The people that I admire are Robert Johnson, and when he wrote songs, and like Reverend Gary Davis, they talk about things that are more timeless. I mean, with the exception of like Terraplane Blues, that's about a car from the 1930s. So, but at the time, that was a modern car. So he was talking about getting, you know, a very nice deluxe car at the time. But for the most part, I try to write around timeless things like, you know, love and heartbreak, and, you know, things people can relate to that are timeless. I don't like when
Not so
people...
much the cliches.
Yeah, like, I mean, I'm not going to write a song about hitching my horse to a hitching post because I've never hitched my horse to a hitching post. It's disingenuous. So
Right.
write about what you know, write about things that
Authenticity,
are...
right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. Write what you know. There you go.
The best is left behind us. This house and days will not return. No prophets left to divide us. No suckers left to burn. No dancers left to entrance us. No lovers left to yearn. Nothing left to drive us. Nothing left to learn. Everything has a vague sulfur smell. I remember the taste of love so swell. 6 pomegranates you never eat. Temptation is just too deep. Temptation is just too deep. Best is left behind us. This house and days will not return. No prophets left to divide us. No suckers left to burn. No dancers left to entrance us. No lovers left to yearn. Nothing left to drive us. Nothing left to burn. Feeling long past dead but still alive. I miss the soul of complete eyes. Out of my depths and out of my reach. It's my sweet Persephone. It's my sweet Persephone. past is left behind us. This house in days will not return. No prophets left to divide us. No suckers left to burn. No dancers left to entrance us. No lovers left to yearn. Nothing left to drive us. Nothing left to burn.
So I noticed you've changed out your guitar here.
Yes.
Are you looking for different sounds when you approach your writing, or do you have a flavor in mind?
I always find that instruments kind of inspire you to play differently. For the most part, the resonators are better for slide just because that's what they were semi-invented for. National guitars came into to being about the 1927, 28, and they were designed to be for vaudevilling stages, so the guitar player could be heard.
Yeah.
They sound...
Oh, wow. Gosh. It's like a built-in amp.
Exactly.
Wow.
They're about 3 to 5 times as loud as a regular
And here
guitar.
I'm plugging mine so that it doesn't feedback. So, all right, so this next song you're going to play, did you write that song with this guitar?
I don't remember which song I wrote, or what guitar I wrote it with. It probably was on a resonator. I'm not sure which one. I'm fortunate enough to own a few. Met you down on Jackson Square, Barton bus to Delaware. You're my East End girl, and I love you so. Making bets at the Jockey Club is when I knew that I was in love with my East End girl, and I love you so. In Gage Park we play in the fields. My love for you will never yield. You're my East End girl, and I love you so. Take you up to the Devil's Punch Bowl, see the city lay below, begging promises we'll never keep. Let my mind rest in peace, my East End girl, and I love you so. Playing at the Supercrawl, my love for you will never stall. You're my East End girl, and I love you so. The farmer's market on Ottawa Street, but none of the berries are quite as sweet as my East End girl, and I love you so. Make it out of this rusted town, maybe Mexico or Waterdown. You're my East End girl, and I love you so. Make it out on Dundas Peak before the rain and the sleet, waiting for the fireworks. I love you so much it starts to hurt. My East End girl, and I love you so. Make it out of this rusted town, baby, Mexico or Waterdown. You're my East End girl, and I love you so. my East End girl, and I love you so. You're my East End girl, and I love you so.
Yeah. Nice. What a tribute to Hamilton.
Thanks.
Wow, and like I never found a nice East End girl, but I've been to every place that you mentioned.
Yeah.
Wow, I like that how you incorporate so much of Hamilton, of that surrounding areas in Mexico, into such a cool vibe.
Yeah, thanks so much. Well, the one place you probably haven't been is everyone thinks I'm talking about the Jockey Club, which is the bar. But what I'm actually talking about is Jockey Club that was the racetrack, which was the Center Mall.
Well, so I've been to the Center Mall.
Yes.
So you got me there.
Yeah.
Good clarification.
My grandfather used to race horses at the Center Mall, yeah.
So I got to ask, what got you into music? Did you had a musical family or?
A little bit of a musical family. But it mentions in the song about Engage Park, we play in the fields. What I'm talking about there is Festival of Friends.
Yeah, great festival.
I used to go when I think I probably went to the first or second one when I was about 2 or 3. And I think that I've been lucky enough to play it, I don't know, about 17 or 20 times now. And
that's pretty amazing.
Yeah.
That's remarkable.
So, and to grow up watching Jackie Washington, Mo Scarlett. I'm lucky enough to own one of Mo's guitars now that he's passed. And to be able to grow up watching those people play, and Tom Wilson and other people, Willie P. Bennett, and to be able to grow up watching them play, and then to be able to play there myself and
share the stage with them too.
Right? Yeah.
Good for
and
you.
then maybe 30 years from now, someone will say, "Oh, well, I remember when I was a kid, I saw Alfie Smith play it." Festival of State.
I remember when I saw Alfie Smith. Yeah. Wow. Well, what a treat having you here. Where can we find your music? Tell me where.
You can go to alfiesmith.org or find me on Facebook or Instagram or
Spotify, iTunes, all that stuff.
Yeah. Well, not so much Spotify. Smoke Signals.
Are you still doing online shows? Because I remember when the big old pandemic hit.
Yeah.
I
want to get back to it now that the fall's come.
Yeah.
In the summer, I'm lucky enough to go around and play a lot of festivals. So, but the neat thing of playing live, and the only good thing that I can think about the pandemic besides going on ice, is that it allowed me to do more online stuff.
Yeah,
and when you play online, it was such a weird thing. You connect with people you haven't seen. At the same time, it was so bizarre. I was playing to a friend who was working in the oil fields in Iraq, and another friend who moved back to Tasmania, all at the same time.
Globally,
and
it's just wild, eh?
That wouldn't have happened without that. You know? I mean, I would much rather not have it. but
100%.
But it's one little bit of silver lining you can look at.
Yeah, well, we're quite fortunate to have the platforms we have now to connect in those ways.
Yeah.
Wow. Well, thank you so much for being here today. I thoroughly enjoyed your originals. And I'm stoked to hear what comes next from you.
All right. Thanks so much.
Awesome. Thanks, man. Awesome.